I don't mean to keep harping on this, but it is a very, very, very repetitive conversation on Twitter in regards to, if Preston was wrong for not telling Danny about his wealth and, oh, Danny fumbled the bag, she was chasing after someone else instead of, settling down with the man she asked to be in a relationship with. And, oh, Preston needs to come back. Tony has too much baggage and yada, yada, yada. But hey, Danny made her twin bed and now she's sleeping in it. So with that being said, what I wanted to talk about in this particular video is the possibility of what could have been, in a different dimension. And opening the door to the Twilight Zone, where rather than Zatima, what if Destin became a thing? Like Destin got a spinoff because, hey, I stand on this hill. Before Zatima was a thing, and I'm not talking about the show. I mean like Zatima as a pairing in season 2. Destin was that couple. I remember there was that one scene early in season 2. I forgot exactly who was calling Danny, but Danny was kind of low key in those early episodes because rather than getting involved with all the drama of Andy and Karen and Sabrina, she was chilling with her man, rocking the cowboy hat, smoking the vape pen, and on the phone like, hey, I don't care what y'all got going on. I'm chilling with my boo. All right, click up. Because at that point, it's like, even though we were only one season into the show, Danny's like, you know what? I'm tired of, showing concern, speaking my mind, aka the truth. And then the girls shut me down and they're still dealing with their crap. And then, come to find out, Danny was right because somebody like, maybe Karen or Andy will reiterate exactly what I said. And when I said it, I was told to be silent. But when they said it, that's great advice. It's like, no, I'm in the tub, rub-a-dub-dub with my man. Let them do them. And one must wonder, what if Danny got her act together in terms of season 2 and season 3? Because remember, I'm tired of you being here. Every time I come here, you're here. I'm like, you got a good man who you invited to stay at your apartment, paid 3 months on your rent. Every day you come home from work, you have a clean apartment, you have a home cooked meal, and you want to, you're smothering me, and then kick them out. What if things didn't turn out that way? What if Danny opted to focus on her relationship? Kind of like what happened during the 3-month gap between seasons 6 and 7, where all the girls, Andy, Sabrina, Danny, and Fatima, they were all in their own relationships and like they would meet up, but everybody kind of had their own thing going on, whether it be at work, like Sabrina trying to get her old position back, Andy striving for partner, Danny being involved with her boss, the higher up, the VP of the airport. So they were all doing their own thing. So when they came together, it was like a big event. So think about if Danny in season 2 onward, that early in the series, was focused on her job and her relationship to the point where she really wasn't involved with all the drama. I think Danny probably would have cut ties with the sisters probably around season 4, because like I said, more often, and this was brought up, in season 7 when her and Karen had their sit down at the salon in her office. Danny really felt like the outsider of the group. She was always treated some kind of way. And heck, what did she say in the finale when the girls were trying to figure out how to stop, Andy's wedding and whatnot due to the whole thing with Gary? Danny calmly explained, wait a minute, he's investigated by the feds, right? So what if he's trying to marry Andy, who's a witness or knows something, so she can't testify against him? And they dismissed her. Yeah, I think Danny would have just, left the group. And then at some point, maybe if things played out, in a more healthy fashion, if Preston popped the question, her and Preston probably could have gotten married by now. And then next thing you know, boom, she's in a marriage with a very wealthy man, and she doesn't have to work another day in that life. She can burn that airport uniform if she wanted to. She would be happily married, rich. Danny would have had it all. And like I said, it's a shame because I still think, and if I could add, wait a minute. Sorry, real life situation that I just remembered. Is nothing serious. It does pertain to the show though. Maybe if I get a chance to ask, like, I don't know, TP or Trinity or Mignon. I would I would like to ask TP directly, even though I don't think that's ever going to happen. What made you write it where Danny kind of, started second guessing the Destin situation? Like, did you do it so Zatima looked better by comparison? Because I still say to this day, and I've said it a number of times on the channel, in some ways it almost feels like Tyler sabotaged Zatima, or I'm sorry, Destin, just to make Zatima look more appealing, when it's like, wait, you couldn't have two, I don't want to just say healthy, but good relationships. And I say good rather than healthy because let the relationship start good, and then over time, one or both parties like figure out what kind of toxic traits or red flags they have, and they begin to work on them, as a couple, and then from there, the communication, this, that, and the third, and then it becomes a healthy relationship. Not every single situation has to be drama. And it just makes me wonder, if Destin wasn't screwed over, could that have been one of, if not the first spinoffs? Or you could say Destin could have been the it couple of Sistas, while Zatima had their own show. I mean, there are plenty of things, because remember way back when we were like, yo, Zach got this house now. If Danny starts getting her head in the game, her and Preston can move in the other side of the duplex. Remember that? I remember saying that. And that's how it could have worked, because seeing Preston on Zatima now is like, dang it, if Danny would have got her act together, because Zach and Danny had such a brother-sister comedic relationship in season 1 that it's easy to forget about, because after that first season, well, really after Zach stopped working at the airport, we really didn't see them in that many scenes together anymore. So yeah, it's really crazy. But how do you feel about it? Do you think if Danny had of not fumbled Preston, things could have turned out a lot differently for her, as well as her, connection to the sister circle? Do you think she would have dipped? Honestly, I really couldn't blame her if she did. So there you go. But with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.